you're new here and enjoy scary stories, make sure to subscribe. Trust me, after what happened to me, you'll never look at a late-night restaurant the same way again. I needed money. Not the kind of money that lets you buy expensive things. The kind of money that keeps your lights on and food in your fridge. For weeks, I had been applying for jobs. Every interview ended the same way. We'll call you. Nobody ever did. One night, while scrolling through job listings on my phone, I found an ad that seemed almost too good to be true. Night shift server needed. $30 per hour. No experience required. Start immediately. The pay was far higher than any restaurant in town. The listing included only an address and a phone number. No restaurant name. No website. No photos. Just an address. Normally, that would have seemed suspicious. But I was desperate. The next morning, I called the number. A man answered after one ring. His voice sounded strange. Not threatening. Just tired. Like someone who hadn't slept in years. "You calling about the job?" he asked. "Yeah." "When can you start?" I blinked. That was the entire interview. "Tonight." "Good. Be here at 10. The line disconnected. I stared at my phone. That was weird. But a job was a job. That night, I drove across town toward the address. The farther I drove, the emptier the streets became. Soon, the city lights disappeared behind me. Trees surrounded both sides of the road. I checked my GPS 3 times. The address was correct. Finally, I saw it. A restaurant standing alone in the darkness. Its neon sign flickered weakly. Oddly enough, the sign had no name. Just a glowing red fork and knife. The parking lot was empty. A chill ran down my spine. Something about the place felt wrong. I couldn't explain it. The building looked normal. Yet every instinct told me to get back in my car and leave. Instead, I walked inside. A bell chimed above the door. The restaurant was nearly empty. Only 3 customers sat inside. An old woman near the window. A man in a black suit. A teenage girl staring at her food. None of them looked up when I entered. The man from the phone emerged from the kitchen. He was tall and thin. His skin looked unusually pale. "You made it." I nodded. He handed me a black apron. "Your shift starts now." No paperwork. No training. Nothing. Just like that, I was hired. The first few hours were uneventful. The customers barely spoke. Most sat silently for long periods before leaving. Something felt strange about them. They all seemed exhausted, as if they'd been traveling for a very long time. Around midnight, I noticed something odd. Nobody new had entered the restaurant. Not once. Yet every table was occupied. I frowned. Had I somehow missed them? The front door never opened. The bell never rang. So how were there suddenly 10 customers? I tried not to think about it. Maybe I had simply been distracted. Around 1:30 a.m., I approached a customer sitting alone in a booth. He wore an old-fashioned suit, the kind people wore decades ago. "Can I get you anything else?" I asked. Slowly, he looked up. My stomach tightened. His eyes were completely black. No white. No pupils. Just black. For a second, I thought it was a trick of the lighting. Then he smiled. "I've already gotten what I came for." A cold wave washed over me. I backed away immediately. When I looked again, his eyes appeared normal. I told myself I was imagining things. I wished that had been true. At exactly 2:13 a.m., every customer in the restaurant stopped moving. All at once. Forks froze. Conversations ended. Everyone became perfectly still. The silence was unbearable. Then every customer slowly turned toward the front door. At the same time, my heart started pounding. What are they doing? I whispered. The manager appeared beside me. His face had gone pale. Much paler than before. "Go to the kitchen." "What?" "Now." For the first time all night, he sounded scared. I hurried toward the kitchen. Before entering, I glanced back. The front door had opened, but nobody was standing there. The customers continued staring. Then one by one, they began smiling. And that's when I noticed something terrifying. Every customer was smiling at something outside, something I couldn't see, and whatever it was, they seemed happy it had arrived. To be continued.